I'm not comfortable with the messages you're sending that guy. I want to go home.
Fine. See you later.
She was just having fun, enjoying herself, but I went and ruined it all because I am so uptight.
Everything is a joke to Nicole. Have some self-respect and ditch the little troll.
Chris obviously thought I should be spending my time working on the speech for the cancer seminar, which made me realise that in his mind, he was doing for me exactly what I was doing for Harry.
Helping you with your science project?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see how that might have seemed a little bit patronising.
He can't help himself. He barely knows he's doing it.
But did you let him know?
I did.
Okay, and what did he say?
That he believes in me.
Great.
The way a teacher believes in a promising student.
What is it that you really want from him?
To be my own person. Make my own mistakes.
Okay, but you've got to give Chris a chance. The message is probably still sinking in. You can't expect him to change overnight.
My fear is that he'll never change.
I think it's far too soon to give up hope. In my vast experience, it takes at least a year to train a man. Look, just give Chris a little more time. He might surprise you.
This must be getting boring by now. Call me, okay, as soon as you can.
So you can dump her in person?
I'm not going to dump her over one tiff. I'm worried about her.
She's probably just sleeping off the hangover.
Where, though? That's what I want to know.
Mum, tell her.
Tell her what?
Just because Nicole isn't answering her phone, it doesn't mean she's a dirty stop-out and spent the night in someone else's arms.
Something is up, or she would have called.
Oh, poor Ben will be thinking the same thing.
What?
Oh, he's called me a couple of times this morning, but I couldn't bring myself to answer.
Oh, what's he done?
Not him, me. I was all set to meet some of his Ambo friends last night. Perfectly nice people, all Ben's age or younger. And he was just about to introduce me to one of them as what I am.
His girlfriend.
And I jumped in and I said, oh, hello, I'm a colleague of Ben's from the hospital. You should have seen his face. And then what did I do? I ran away.
Mum.
So much for the cougar within. More of an old scaredy cat, aren't I?
And now Ben thinks you're ashamed of the relationship?
I can't blame him for that either, can I?
Why'd you do it?
I keep telling myself it was for Ben. I didn't want his friends laughing at him. But it's not true, though. It's me. I was embarrassed.
Don't worry, I'm not here to look over your shoulder.
Good.
Am I allowed to ask how it's going?
Yes.
You know what? I'm not going to. Why not? Because I have complete faith. I'm only sorry I won't get to see you in full flight. I have a total thyroidectomy booked at the same time. I could have changed it, but that would have left me open to accusations of meddling, and that's not a risk I'm prepared to run.
I'm very pleased to hear that.
Have you called Zurich to tell them you're not taking the job? Let me rephrase. How long before Zurich needs an answer?
A week.
A lot can happen in a week. A man can change his whole attitude. Just you watch.
You could always pretend you got out on the wrong floor, jump back in the lift and try and beam yourself out of here.
Don't.
No, I mean it. If you wanted to talk, you would have called by now.
Last night. What can I say? My nerves got the better of me.
Why? They're my mates. They're good people.
I'm sure they are, but they weren't expecting to meet me, were they?
Of course they were. I told them my girlfriend was coming.
You didn't tell them I was old enough to be your mother, did you?
No, and if you're in a wheelchair, I wouldn't have told them that either. Look, I know yesterday was rough with that mate of Hunter's, but he's the one that walked away kicking himself for being an idiot.
Half an hour later, he'd forgotten all about it, but I hadn't.
I don't get why it's such a big deal. We don't need to explain ourselves to anyone.
Maybe sometimes it would be easier if you did, for my sake.
There's two sides to this, you know. At least I've tried to introduce you to my friends. When am I going to meet yours?
But you know them already.
The ones you don't work with, I mean. Are you ashamed of me?
Of course not.
Because that's what it's starting to look like.
Dr. Badley's conference request. It's a thinly veiled attempt at a free duty weekend with a skanky cardiologist from Central.
The one he hooked up with at the last conference he went to.
You'd think he'd have learnt by now. What happens in Rhoda Vegas never really stays there, does it?
Hi. Hey.
Over to you. But do we really want to subsidise this midlife crisis?
No need to run away. It's only Hunter.
Oh, I've got a meeting with laundry services. Iron out a few wrinkles in the new contract.
What's this about a midlife crisis?
Not mine, not yet.
Oh, yeah. So, what's it like working with Rachel again?
From midlife crisis to Rachel without missing a beat. What are you suggesting?
She's not that much younger than you. You should go for it. Seriously, I know you care about her, otherwise you wouldn't have stood by her the way you have.
Son, I thought she needed a friend.
Well, you were right. I still feel terrible about the way that we treated her.
I'm sure Rachel understood. And I don't think she's expecting you to matchmake her with your old man to make up for it.
I'm just saying that if you think there's something there, Popsy, don't muck around. Get on with it.
That's not the advice you gave me a year ago.
Yes, well, Brooke didn't stand a chance, did she? Maybe I've grown up a bit since then.
You think?
Well, you and Mum aren't getting back together, I know that now.
Yeah, well, I'm in no hurry to find a replacement. Rachel is a very attractive young woman.
Finally, he admits it.
She's also a very attractive, troubled young woman.
Yeah, but not when she's around you. Haven't you noticed? Now, can I borrow $50?
I know you're angry, and I'm sorry.
I don't care about sorry. Just want to know what's going on with that head of yours.
I've been trying to make sense of it myself.
And?
Maybe it's me. Maybe that's what I'm like. Insecure. I wasn't any better when I was younger. I walked down the aisle, pinching myself because I couldn't believe Ian Jeffries wanted to marry me and we'd be together for yonks.
Do you think I don't love you?
I know you do now, but what about in 5, 10, 20 years from now? I'll be 70 and you'll be what?
Trust me, if I could catch you up, I would.
You'll still be a young man.
I'm a young man now, and I want to be with you. I thought you were happy.
I should be, shouldn't I?
So stop looking for reasons not to be.
Are there any questions? No? Okay, I see from the agenda we're allowed a short coffee break, and then after that we will be hearing from Gabrielle Jacobs on the role of the surgeon in cancer treatment. Thanks, everyone.
What's she doing here?
Don't you read your memos? She's a new 2IC.
What?
She started already.
So how was I? Very clear, very concise, very relaxed.
Good stuff. I did have a couple of questions, but I could see we were running a bit tight. Didn't want to eat into Gabrielle's time.
What if people ask me questions?
Then answer them. Relax. It's not a test.
Thank you for that. I think we made some real progress. Please tell Helen Carson.
I will. Thanks.
Okay.
Nicole, did you get my messages?
Only a couple of minutes ago, my phone's been off all morning.
Why?
I was asleep.
And last night?
I wouldn't have heard it anyway. I was on the dance floor.
All night?
I had the morning off. What's your problem?
I just thought you might have texted me, that's all.
Next question, who was I with? If you were out with me, you would have known. Now, if you don't mind, I came in here to get a quiet coffee because I knew I'd get all this once I got to work.
Just ignore me then, I'm not here.
I think I'll go somewhere else.
Callum, I thought we might have seen you at the cancer seminar.
No, sorry, I couldn't make it. I had a lunch meeting.
So you sent your 2IC to make an appearance.
Yeah, she said she might pop in.
Funny thing, I don't remember seeing the job advertisement. Not that I would have bothered applying. I know how these things work.
Actually, Brooke, if you climb down off your high horse, we probably have you to thank. After you suggested the media liaison job, the DHB realised I needed more support. Hence the return of the 2IC.
Just in time for your latest house guest to walk straight into the job.
Appointed by the board, I might add.
On whose recommendation?
You know, I wish I had half the power you seem to think I have.
I don't think you're powerful. I think you're weak. And given half a chance, Rachel McKenna will take far more advantage of that than I ever did. You'll see.
This coming decade will bring even greater advances in the role of surgery in the treatment of cancer. Any questions?
Yep, I've got an easy one. I'm interested in what you said about the waiting time for mastectomies. What's the policy at the moment?
For patients to receive their treatment within 2 weeks of diagnosis.
And how long does it take to get results back from biopsies?
Commonly within a week, assuming there's no backlog. The patient should receive their results at their next clinic appointment. Any other questions? Yes.
Lloyd Toms, the Ferndale Gazette. What can you tell me about the recent case of a Shortland Street patient who was given a new hand and then tried to hack it off? How much did the New Zealand taxpayer spend providing surgery to an unstable patient who clearly didn't want it?
Well, that wasn't my case. I really can't comment.
But you were head of surgery at the time.
Yes.
And you resigned shortly afterwards. Are the two things related?
Can we stay on topic, please? We're here to discuss cancer treatment. Any specific media inquiries, bring them to me. Are there any more relevant questions for Dr. Jacobs?
Yep. What do you think about the relationship between surgeons and radiologists? Is there anything that could be done to improve things for patients?
Yes. Better communication would be good.
Great. Thank you for that. Let's have lunch.
Oi. Here you go. I packed it. You carry.
Man,
Hope you're hungry.
You two off on a picnic?
yeah. You guys should come with us.
How about it? You've got the afternoon off?
Totally, because we'll never get through all of that lot by ourselves.
I'm in.
It'll only be us and a couple of thousand others. There's a free concert down at the park.
Oh, what sort of music?
Some of the bands are actually quite mellow.
Something like that.
Well, I can't go anywhere until Gerald is back from lunch. So you all go and I'll meet you down there.
Well, make sure you do. It'll be fun.
You gonna come?
I'll catch you up.
Sure.
I wouldn't bother waiting. Gerald could be some time.
Which would suit you just fine, wouldn't it? I'm not having a go, but be honest, you don't actually want to go to the concert, do you?
Well, it's the thought of the crowd as much as anything.
A crowd of young people, you mean? I'll go to Hunter, we're not coming.
Oh, you can go. There's nothing to stop you.
What's the point without you? But I'm not going to drag you there.
What's the word I'm looking for? Informative.
A bit on the dry side.
Well, the content was fine. The delivery...
Wooden.
Chris, this is the love of your life you're talking about.
I know.
Well, actually, she was better than I thought she'd be. She was just hitting her stride when some random journo started asking questions about Stuart Elton.
Oh, no. What did she say?
Well, not a lot. She froze, so I had to step in and shut him down.
Thank goodness you were there. How was she afterwards?
Oh, a bit shaky. If you want to see her, I think she's in the staff room.
I'll wait. I'll see her at home.
I hope you're not avoiding the office for my sake.
I'm not.
Or have you already seen enough of me for one day?
No.
Good. Well, here's a thought. How about dinner tonight, my shout?
People will talk.
Well, they're going to do that anyway. Do we care?
If it's any consolation, Rachel thought the speech was great.
Consolation.
I heard there was a bit of a hiccup with a reporter.
Did Rachel tell you that as well?
It's a good thing she was there. I can see how it could have thrown you.
Momentarily.
Rachel's good with the media. That's all I mean.
Did you know she was going to be there?
We talked about it yesterday. She thought it was a good idea.
When you suggested it. What did you say? Gabrielle needs someone to hold her hand or she'll make a fool of herself.
I was worried. You knew that. Gabrielle, what are you doing? Well, what's that?
A ticket to Zurich. I couldn't remember the flight number. It's not like me.
Well, you don't need to. You cancelled it.
I was going to.
Good call, dining outside.
How many more nights like this are we going to get? Plus, it's further away from the bar. I'm joking. If you want wine, order it.
No.
I'm not going to get drunk watching you.
I don't need any.
What, no first date nerves? That's what this is, isn't it? Or did you really drag me over here to discuss the finer points of the laundry contract? Well, your mother would approve. She thinks we're made for each other.
My mother and I have been known to disagree. You must have noticed that.
It'll be a cost reduction of about $20,000 per annum.
I beg your pardon?
It wasn't the cheapest bid, but I'm taking a punt on experience. The laundry contract.
Okay, all right. Let's talk about us. You must have realised by now that I am attracted to you.
Likewise. Why do you think I took the job?
I assumed you didn't want to go back to the ministry.
Well, you're right. I don't want that pressure. And I wanted to be close to you.
Everything all right here?
Perfect.
Dessert menus?
Yeah, thank you.
Tomorrow? Well, that's it. I make one little mistake and you're off.
One little mistake that you keep on making. I'm not broken, Chris. I don't need you to fix me.
Believe me, I know that. I have never met a woman like you. You challenge me, you surprise me. You walk all over me at chest. You have a brain the size of a planet. You scare the hell out of me, and I love you for it.
Now, all this, but you still don't see me as an equal.
I do.
You want to. I believe that much.
We're different people. We have different strengths. Strengths and weaknesses, that's what makes us human.
Well, some of us are more human than others.
Well, that's not true. Do you love me?
You know I do, but love's just one part of the equation, and I can't trust myself to make a decision like this based on emotion.
Well, that's your problem right there, in a nutshell. You don't trust yourself. Every time you feel something, you run away from it.
Here's what I feel. I feel diminished. And I know that's not what you want for me. I have a career. That's where my identity is. That's where I feel safe, safe to grow. But I can't do that here. Not anymore. I'm sorry.
You look a bit tired. I hope Nicole didn't wake you when she got in last night.
Oh, I didn't even hear it.
What time was it, anyway, when she stumbled in, did she say?
I didn't see you this morning.
Doesn't mean I wasn't there. Freddie and I went to town. The club closed at 3. I was home in bed by 4. Alone. Happy?
Not really. How would you feel if I was out all night with someone you didn't know?
I'd be happy that you had a social life.
What if it was a woman, someone you see me flirting with?
Well, if I was that worried about it, then I'd be out there with you. But I try not to be so possessive, because the whole jealous girlfriend thing, it's not a good look.
Hello again.
You'll be looking for this. I've been trying to crack your PIN number all afternoon.
Thank you. I told Ben I'd take him out for a flash dinner. I'd look a bit silly if I ended up washing dishes to pay for it.
Well, I'd be happy with greasers on the beach. I'm sure we could find a nice quiet spot.
Too late. I've booked the table.
Bye.
If you're looking for Nicole, her shift doesn't finish for like 3 hours.
Hunter. He's not answering his phone.
He knocked off at lunchtime. Have you tried Ferndale Park?
Maybe you can't hear his phone over the music.
Come on, let's make a move.
Where are you taking him?
Prospero.
Oh, now that is the place to be seen, apparently.
So I've been told. I've asked for a table by the window.
That was brave.
Sometimes I am.
Well, I guess it's that time.
I guess it is.
Thank you for this. I'm glad we did it.
Me too.
What about the weather, eh? I can't believe how warm it is.
Yeah, it's pretty great for March.
Yeah. It is.
It's almost too hot to sleep. I'm actually down to one sheet.
Yeah, another month we'll be freezing.
I wonder.
I heard a car. It's probably Sarah.
You don't have to go. You don't have to go tonight, I mean. Wait until tomorrow, please.
Hi.
Harry, mate, how's the movie?
Okay. Marcel's dad says don't forget the barbecue next Sunday.
I won't. It's in the diary.
Are you going somewhere?
You remember the other night when we found Switzerland on the map?
That place that starts with Z?
Zurich. Well, that's where I'm going.
How long for?
Gabrielle has a new job. She's going to be living there. It's Gabrielle's news. I should let her tell you.
I'll miss you.
What about my science project?
A bright boy like you don't need my help.
Yes, I do.
Well, how will you learn if you don't try? Hmm? Come in.
Are you ready?
Almost.
Okay, I'll,
Just need a hand.
No, I'm fine. Thank you, Chris.
Bye, Harry.
Bye.
Thank you. I dumped Chris.
Dr. Love is back on the market.
I smothered the poor woman.
Has she backed the wrong horse?
Are you sure about us? Now that circumstances have changed with Chris.
Shortland Street. Next, TV2.